Hello, everyone. This is Anahata. Thank you so much for being with me today. So today I want to talk to you all about something that can literally transform your entire life. It is that huge. And so it's about our beliefs. Hi, Brad. Hi, Judy. Thanks for joining. Hi, TJ. So guys, I want to talk to you today about our beliefs and what is happening when we believe something. Now, this is a scientific event, so put that hat on for a second. If you aren't into science, just go with the flow, but if you're into science, you're going to love this. They have found that our gene activation, that is gene expression, what occurs biologically on our DNA, is actually activated in response to our environment, not because of our environment. So I'm going to say that again. Our genes are activated based on our response to what's going on, not to actually what's going on. And so what this means is two people can have the same experience, usually traumatic. One of them can use that as fodder and drive to be the best they can be. The other can go down in a spiral and, it could spell the end. But again, it is our choice in the way we are perceiving what is happening in our environment. And so the reason why I bring this up is we are in control of what's happening. It feels an awful lot like things are happening to us. I totally get that. We're in a hyper-focused on 1% world, right? 99% of everything is just energy and information. Only 1% is mass, and yet we're focused on the matter. And so when we're focused on the matter, what tends to happen is we view the world, what's happening, as fact and truth. And this is what I believe, and this is what I see, right? This is what I'm experiencing. This is what I'm seeing, tasting, touching, smelling, feeling. But the problem with that is by the time we are 7 years old, we start to go on autopilot. We start to play programs. And there's a biologist by the name of Bruce Lipton who has said that any average person is usually going on 90% default. That is 90% of everything that you're doing on a day-to-day basis is based on programs, things that you're not thinking about. And so what I want to share with you today is really movement forward into mindfulness. Mindfulness is a buzzword. People keep talking about mindfulness, and there's a lot of misunderstanding about it. It really just means being centered in the now and not being focused on the past, which develops into programs where you don't even think about what's happening now freshly, and not being hyperly focused in the future, which brings anxiety. So past brings depression, future brings anxiety, the now, which is why Anahata is the source point. Centering in the now is the way to go. But I invite you to take that centering one step further by consciously understanding what you're choosing to believe in, okay? So I'm going to help you with this today. Thank you, guys. All the love back to you. You guys are awesome. You lift me up, and I adore each and every one of you. Thanks for the love. All right, so I want to help you with this. And the way I want you to approach this as like a child, okay, because this is what we need to do. We need to go back in time, pre-programs, to start being able to see the world anew without relying on our past judgments all the time. So I'm going to teach you a quick way to do this today. Because it really comes down to, do you want to keep believing what you're believing? Because as you confirm your belief, all men are, all white people are, all poor people are, all rich people are, all beautiful people are, all ugly people are, all this, that, and the other. All the judgments that we place on our world, when we make those judgment calls, we form a synapse, a wiring in our brain, a default program, and that's okay. Your truth is your truth. It's going to be your truth, and here's why. The law of attraction is going to make it so. When you say, I believe this, then you better bet your bottom dollar that that is going to be your experience, because your vibrational asking is going to command that reality to you. I hope that makes sense. Your truth is your truth, and it is true. That person's truth is the opposite of your truth, and it is true. And so what I want to say is the opposite of one truth is not false. The opposite of one truth is another truth. And so we like to get in these, but I'm right and you're wrong and this is the way it is and don't you see this? And that is not going to work. You're not going to convince anyone. And this is where we start arguing for our limitations, right? It's a very, very damaging cycle when we prove to ourselves the dis-ease, right, in our lives. Well, if you were in my shoes, this is what you'd see, right? We start arguing for our limitations and the things that have happened, and we start justifying and blaming, and further judgment occurs. Not a good cycle to be in. And so what I'm encouraging you to do today is to think fresh. Think fresh. Form new love-based responses based on what's actually happening, not on your pre-wired belief structures. Because guys, they're a lot of wacky in most cases. We believe, we grow up in our societal structures, our family units, and what they believe, we believe. And what's been passed down to us on epigenetics, we believe. And everything that we should think and shouldn't think has been basically force-fed to us, and we take it as truth, and then we go about co-creating that reality. So I say, let's break out of that. Let's get some new rewiring going, because we want to, beyond if it's true or false, co-create the life we want, right? That's the point. So ask yourself this: when you feel that you're judging something, anything, could be yourself, could be someone else, could be a circumstance, ask yourself, before just going into a default mode of this is the way it is, not only is it true, like on a real level, is it really true? That's step one. If you feel yourself judging something, is it true? Is it true? Now, if the answer is, yeah, it is true, it's happening, right? It is in some way. The next step is the all-powerful question. Do you want it to be true? That's the question you have to start asking yourself. Is it true? And if it is true, do you want it to be true? Because your response to that truth is going to pull together the cosmic components of proving it to you over and over and over again. You will see evidence and support for whatever you believe. So ask yourself, do you want it to be true? And here's the cool thing: if you don't want it to be true, if it doesn't serve you, if it causes chaos, if it causes pain, if it causes more judgment, if it causes lack, if it causes fear, then just simply choose not to believe it anymore. And actually your response to it will alter future reality. How cool is that? You're in charge. Your gene expression occurs through your response to your environment, not the environment, not the situation, not what's happening. Okay, that's just fodder. That's just raw isness waiting for you to mold into being. So yeah, that's what I want to get across today is think fresh. Don't go walking like a sheep around judging things because that's just the way it is. Because the is proof of what your past vibrational asking has been confirming. You can change it right now. You can start today and go, you know what, I don't want to believe that anymore. And what happens is when you decide it's not a healthy belief, you can choose what you want to believe in. Now, this is where some people are going to go, okay, Anahata, you're in a dream world. But you know what? My dream world is bliss. I choose to believe what I want to believe. And in that belief, the universe delivers. It's true. So if you are wanting something and it's not happening, again, we went over this yesterday, you need only ask, align, allow. And through your belief structure, you are aligning. If you are believing this is the way it is, the universe is going to pull together those components, and it is so. And so I encourage you all to ask, is it true? And if it is true, do I want to believe it? Yes or no? If you don't want to believe it, choose something else to believe in. Now, here's where you can't go off the deep end and be like, let's say, for example, I have no money in my bank account. I don't want to believe that. I choose to believe that I have $1 million. That's not going to work because your vibration won't lie. You're thinking and confirming that you're wealthy when in reality with it is, you can't stop focusing on the lack. Okay, so that won't work. Instead, what you need to do is to find other evidence of it being so. The world is abundant. Go outside, sit in the grass, feel into the vibration of abundance, all of the grass blades. Holy cow, the world is abundant. Think about the billionaires in the world, as long as you can do so without resentment. Wow, abundance, abundance, abundance. Align with more of what you want versus what you don't want. And confirm the truth. Confirm the truth. Some people are wealthy. Is that a true fact? Yes, it is. Okay, so how can you ease into that feeling of wealth, of gratitude, of abundance? And again, this is just one example. It doesn't have to be about money at all. It's just a common worry that people hyperly focus on, which co-creates that lack vibe. But this could be health, right? If your shoulder's hurting and you're like, oh, I don't want to believe this is hurting, but it's hurting, that's that's a reality. Right. But what can you focus on now that's going to bring ease into those joints? How can you go, oh my gosh, my leg though, my leg feels so good, right? How can you change that belief structure around to help yourself align with more of what you want more of versus less of? Again, just an example. So, I did pull a code and we're going a little long. I apologize. I want to share a code with you all. That is the Bay Laurel. Okay, so if you're new to Anahata codes and you're going, what the heck is she talking about? You have access to all things through your connection to all things, transcendent of physicality, right? Everything is 99.9% energy and information. You are, through being, connected to all things. So that means you can harness any vibration you want without having to have it with you. It's incredible, right? Your eyes will open, your heart will open, your body and vibration will expand. You have access to all things through your connection to all things. And my gift to you is the modality Anahata codes, which is the law of attraction of energy medicine. www.anahatacodes.com. But today I want to just go straight for this code. There's 27 categories and growing. We have about 7,000 users so far. And growing, and my book hasn't even come out yet. It's very, very exciting. But the modality is and always will be free. And so for today, I pulled a code to support us in our effort of choosing what we want to believe in and co-creating new truths based on what we want more of versus less of. Now, guys, you can also imagine yourself as witnessing it, right? If you feel yourself judging and slipping into an old paradigm that's painful or that isn't productive or that does nothing to serve highest good, ask, is it true? And if it is true, do you want to believe it. And if you don't want to believe it anymore, find what you can believe in that is an upscale from where you were, right? Well, not always is the case, or there are times when, or simply marinating in other realities of the opposite truth that you actually want. And so Bay Laurel, a beautiful tree. It's a small bushy tree, but there's a category within the Anahata codes called trees. Now, trees not only replenish, right? They fill you up with the prana from Gaia that is totally upgraded cosmically, you know, and here in the now. It's not in the past 3D paradigm. It's upgraded in real time. It's going to replenish your energy portals that way. But also, tree medicine transmutes, right? It pulls down the junk, and in this case, your old limiting beliefs. And so that's trees in a varietal, like, you know, encompassing vibration, that category. But the cool thing about Bay Laurel specifically, and I'm just going to read this, is it's all about peace, compassion, unity, and love. So Bay Laurel is going to assist you in trust in humanity. This is critical, guys. This is critical from breaking free from old paradigms of belief that we're cycling around and regurgitating and making so. And it comes from, you know, you need to have this inner child trust again. You need to allow the walls of blame and judgment to be replaced with the openness and acceptance of the new. And this is exactly what Bay Laurel does. So it's really exciting. It's going to allow you, once we install this, to see the road that each has traveled, because again, hurt being reflected back at you deserves a compassionate view. When you can understand why it is this person is doing this and feel and lashing out and attacking and judging and being sad and angry and hurt and lost, you know, I hope that your heart center kicks in and goes, holy cow, that's a lot to have had gone through. And what this code does is it helps you to be understanding of the road someone's traveled without having to go through it yourself. We were involved with a lot of cosmic lines back in the 3D, which has faded. We're now upgrading, but there's still a lot of people that are clinging to these karmic ties and having to feel like they have to experience the pain in order to transcend it. It's not the case anymore. We can cut those wires, those lines right now. This is going to help you do that through compassion for the other person's circumstance, which is just going to add a whole new layer of trust. So again, when we install this, you're going to have access to the collective definition of Bay Laurel, the tree assisting frequency. It's that cool. It's that transformative. And again, as you go about your business the rest of the week, you can think, if you're making a judgment that's kind of subconscious or you're catching yourself being judgmental, take that out, right? Get away from that mess and observe and ask yourself, is it true, really? Or was it passed down? Was it societal? Was it true a couple times and I made it true always? And if it is true in your reality, do you want to keep believing it? And if you don't, simply choose and then co-create that reality. It will happen automatically. Verbally saying, I believe this instead. And then looking for evidence. And again, guys, don't go too off the deep end and you know, say something that's unbelievable, because if it's unbelievable, you're actually going to be focused on the opposite, right? My point was the money example. You can't say you're a millionaire if you're not, because you're really going, yeah, right, I'm not, right? Your vibes don't lie. So anyway, choose something that is going to align with the truth that you're after to help you form those confirmations. It's a really fun exercise in manifestation. You know, if you choose to believe something else, watch for it. And when you see it, you know, celebrate it and confirm that, holy cow, yeah, so this isn't always the case. There are fill in the blanks out there. And so let's install this Bay Laurel. Guys, you can go to anahatacodes.com, download the entire book of codes for free, my gift to you. And there are thousands of assisting frequencies. This is just one. Now, if you're wondering, well, how the heck does this work? Why is it working over the next few days as you're detoxing from all of these limiting beliefs? They're going to be coming into your frame of awareness. And you're going to understand on a whole new level, holy cow, I was being very judgmental, and or I was playing programs that I didn't even know were going on, and calling all of that junk to me through this, that, or the other, right? It can be ancestral, it can be chosen through an experience, or it can be societal implantation. Either way, you don't have to keep believing it. You don't have to keep cycling that truth around. Your truth is your truth, and it's going to be true for you based on the law of attraction. So let's install a new truth through calling upon the assisting frequency of Bay Laurel, the tree, to transmute that junk down, to open a new vibrational reality of trust and compassion for one another. And ultimate striving is unconditional love, right? There we go. All walls down. We are one. We are unified and expanding together into a new way of being. So left palm up, like something is giving you something, the universe. And your right hand on your heart. And I'm going to just install this for us. We ask for, accept, align with, and hold this Anahata code with gratitude. We attain the assisting frequency of Bay Laurel tree. 42983276. 42983276. 42983276. 42983276. 42983276. 42983276. 42983276. Now both hands on your heart and just breathe. With gratitude. Now what's happening is your intention plus the code, which is the portal through your heart, is going to pull through the energy and information needed through the collective definition of Bay Laurel. Now, if that's like way over your head and you're like, I don't get it, you don't have to get it. Your body does it automatically. You've got Taurus around your heart, Taurus around your body. It's a vortex, and it's an energy exchange, and it's going to activate automatically through what we just did, pulling to you access to making those choices. Energy and information, energy and information. Your body's already programmed to seek homeostasis. So it's a done deal. Now, again, you're going to notice over the next few days, whoa, what's happening? You know, I'm judgmental, or other people are judgmental. And that's to be celebrated, right? Awareness is the first conscious ability to choose what you want. So don't be like, oh my God, I'm so judgmental, or oh my God, everyone's, you know, what the heck is wrong with the world? The point is you're breathing into a new reality. You're breaking down walls. You've got to cognitively understand what's happening in order to change your pattern. So you're stopping this 90% sheep walk, right? And you're choosing a new way, a new love-based response. So Bay Laurel is going to help you with trust in humanity and compassion without having to be in that situation. It's going to replenish your energy portals while transmuting all your junk. I hope this has been helpful for you all. Now, guys, if you are really like, oh my gosh, Anahata, I have got lifetimes of limiting beliefs that I need to break through, I encourage you to check out my class called Grid for Gaia. I'm going to put the link in here because there's a beautiful 2-hour portion of the class where we dive into integrating our shadow and how to replace limiting beliefs. What I've shared with you today is just very, very small sample. So check out gridforgaia.com as well if you want to join that. The class is available on replay instantly. So check that out. Again, my love to all of you. I love you so much, so, so much. And I pray for each and every one of you that God will give you the strength to choose unconditional love, to choose conscious co-creation based on faith in humanity, based on trust, based on ceasing to argue for our limitations and into elevating the collective as a whole with fresh eyes, with fresh thoughts and new patterns of love-based synchronicity. Yes. Woo! That's it. All right, guys. Much, much love to you. I will put all these links in here for you. Have a good day, and here we go. It's going to be interesting. Definitely share with me in this thread how judgments have come up, and breathe into it, right? You get to choose from now on. Do I want this to be true? And if you don't want it to be true, you can command forth the reality that you wish by choosing the higher road. Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Love to you all. Oh, Julie, thank you. You're so welcome. Yes, I love my tribe. I love you. Have a great, great day. We'll talk soon, okay? God bless you. Bye-bye. Namaste.